So, welcome, Tim. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to sit and talk with us about the films that you worked with. So thank you so much for that. This is just going to be a super chill interview to kind of gauge your opinions on your films and ideas behind them. So, if you don't mind, just to start off, telling everyone your name and the films that you worked with.
Sure. Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be on your show. Timothy Lee Conley, and I am the producer of The Last Vial, which is a short film uh, about a zombie outbreak. And then I'm also the producer of Laiba, which is also a short film that's loosely based on some true stories about uh, Muslim American students and their parents and sort of American culture and what they're going through.
Amazing, amazing. Let's first talk about Last Vial. Talk to us about just the creative process that went to that and what sparked you to make that.
Yeah, so The Last Vial um, was a film that came together with, I was working in the night industry at the time with some other guys who were actors in the industry, and I was working on my degree at USC, and we just decided to come together, raise some money, and make a film. And uh, the lead protagonist in the film is played by Jack Kennedy, and Jack is a longtime working actor in Hollywood, and he wrote the story. And it really was great that we were able to get this done. We were on a extreme micro budget, and we did a crowdfunding campaign to raise most of the money to shoot the film. Uh, the Last Vow is a film that is about this couple who are they have uh, become infected with the zombie disease that's going around in a pandemic of the sort of the zombie disease, and they take a serum that keeps them from becoming full zombie. And so uh, they're down to their last vial of this serum. And so it's all about what happens in them trying to go out and find more serum so that they don't become full zombie and that they can keep some of their faculties. And so it's really just about a short film about what they go through living in a sort of post-apocalyptic world. And we shot that film right outside of Lancaster in this small California city called Acton, and it had that sort of post-apocalyptic look that we were looking for, and we were really fortunate, and we shot that over about 6 days and got that film done. And so I'm glad to bring it to the audiences at the TRILLVISION Film Festival.
Awesome, awesome. We're glad to show everyone. Focusing on Last Vial, because um, zombies and zombie outbreaks and stuff is a big trend, in films and short films and things like that. So, as you're creating this, what was the process like with working with a often repeated concept, but still making it unique without copying other um, things such as like Walking Dead or iZombie, for example? What was that process of still using something that was a common thing, I guess, but making it unique to your own story?
So even though this film falls under the horror genre category, I think it has some subgenres. Drama is one of them because it really is a love story about this couple and them trying to survive against all odds. And so while it is a story that is based in a horror world around zombies, it's really more about this couple. And you almost forget that they are infected after a while as you watch them and sort of see what they're going through. So it's a human story, it's a love story, and it's really a story that I hope captures the audience in rooting for this couple to survive.
Mhm. Awesome. Switching over to Laiba.
Yes.
Switching over to Laiba. Just talk a little bit about that process. How the idea of it came to your mind and what really inspired you to create that film.
So Laiba came together. I was working at the University of Southern California, USC, and I am a long time student affairs staff member there, and then I also started teaching. And I had a student come into my office one day, and she started telling me all about her story of, you know, she had basically fell in love with the guy, and she's Muslim and he's not, and her parents were not approving of this. And so that kind of sparked the first idea. And then I had another student who was telling me another experience like that, who was also a Muslim. And I had watched Guess Who's Coming Over to Dinner, and with the great Sidney Poitier,
Mhm.
um, and that sort of sparked me to start writing and writing this the original version of the screenplay. And so it was based off of those students. And in fact, I asked a lot of questions to make sure that I got everything correct and respectful of Middle Eastern culture, Muslim culture, the Muslim Islamic religion. And so that was all part of it. And we were blessed with also another extreme micro budget that I was able to shoot the film at my grandmother's house. So we were able to shoot that film and save money that way. So it's a 12-minute film, and it's really about this young lady named Laiba who comes home uh, over a break from school, from college, and she's super excited to share with her parents about this wonderful guy that she's fell in love with and wants to start a life with. And it really sort of takes you into what her mother's reaction versus her father's reaction, which is very, very different to the news. And in short form, how they are able to engage and even meeting a young man who comes over for a visit, which was also important.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can definitely agree. It was great work for this, and especially dealing with such a sensitive topic, obviously working with religion and different people groups. What is the message or the action that you want people to take or learn from after watching Laiba?
There's one planet and we're one people. And we got to learn to love together, to grow together, and to be open minded. There's enough bigotry in the world, there's enough hate in the world, and to be love, you know. Um, One of my favorite quotes by a really divine thinker is, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time. And so I hope that uh, love conquers all. And that was really one of the themes that I hope people walk away with when watching Laiba.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Tim, as we get to the end of this, again, thank you so much for taking this time to talk with me. Would you like to share any upcoming projects or things you might be working on and everything? And for the projects that you have out now, where can people go to find those and get in contact?
So great question. I have a documentary film that I directed and also had the pleasure of producing on, called Not Without Alonzo, which is one of the major origin stories of West Coast hip hop. So it takes you through 1974 to about 1987. It really is a companion film to a film that was directed by David Stewart, which is called Eve After Dark. And so it just takes you a little further in depth of what was happening with Alonzo Williams, the godfather of West Coast at that time. So that film we're hoping to have available for streaming in the summer. I will definitely let folks know as soon as we do. We are working on a distribution package right now. Uh, Currently, we're waiting to hear back if it's going to be in some more film festivals, but super excited. It's won Grand Jury Prize, Best Outstanding Documentary at a festival, and Best Documentary at another
Wow.
the great festivals locally. So, and it's been in some pretty good festivals. In fact, um, it screened in a block with one of the Academy Award winning films that won this past Academy Awards, for short international film. So somehow it got in that block, even though it's not an international
Wow.
film. It was kind of cool to think that we were that close to an Academy Award winning film. So that one's out right now. And I have I'm probably going to take. We'll see if this happens because I always say this and then I have another film ready to go. I'm probably going to take a break because myself and my writing partner, DJ Clientele, also known as Professor Mark Hawkins of the World Class Wrecking Crew, we're writing a book right now called The Politics of Hip Hop Culture. So I may take a slight break from movie making for a while, but the Not Without Alonzo film, be on the lookout. It should be available. This documentary film in the summer.
And where can people view those?
Um, well, Eve After Dark, the companion film, which I got to produce on and have the pleasure of producing on, it's available on Amazon Prime and also on Tubi streaming platform. But probably you will see a similar uh, uh, set up for Not Without Alonzo in the summer. So as soon as that's available, I will make sure that people can see that. I'm waiting to hear back from some more festivals. So as soon as I hear back, I will also let folks know. So right now, it is not available currently at the moment. It just streamed in Sacramento a couple weeks ago. But as soon as we hear back from some more of these festivals, I will let folks know.
Awesome, awesome. Are there any YouTube channels or Instagram pages or anything connected to you or your production or anything that you would like to share?
Yeah, you can go to, as far as my website, you can go to 67 Entertainment, the number six, the number seven entertainment.com. And that has information on all the films that our production company has worked on. Um, you can go on Facebook and this Laiba movie is there for the short film Laiba. And you can also find Not Without Alonzo, also there with a Facebook page. And then 67 Entertainment is also on Instagram as well. So those are a couple of places, and all and IMDb. You can find all the details there as well.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Tim, it has been great. It has been an honor to take this time and talk with you, man. I love hearing the insights on your film as well. It's been great. Unless you have any other questions or remarks or comments or anything for me, I just like to say thank you again for taking this time, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, and I'm really proud to see um, that Black males are so invested and engaged in the filmmaking process. When I was coming up, there wasn't a lot of Black faces and representation in the film business, and I'm happy to see that you all are doing this with the media side of things, the filmmaking side of things, uh, different, and then TRILLVISION as a whole with all of the work that is going into that company. So super excited and impressed to see what you all are doing, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.